Hello everyone, I'm Christopher Herring with the MatchRate Plus nonprofit division. I'm the National Fundraising Director for MatchRate Plus. I'd like to introduce myself. I've spent the last 20 years in the United States Air Force. I was the Chief Strategist for Air Force Recruiting Service, and I also helped with the United Way fundraiser, bringing in over $45 million for nonprofit organizations in San Antonio, Texas. I am a business owner. I own a school. I also have a magazine called San Antonio Homes and Gardens that I publish, and I do a lot of volunteer and community work. Again, I'm a marketing expert and a strategy expert. The Air Force really did good by me in terms of making me able to see how to market great products and services like what MatchRate Plus offers in terms of the merchant services, and then strategy. How do we connect this to the base of America so that all Americans would want to take part in this merchant account business. As I talk within the community, and this is a picture of me at a watchdog meeting. These are dads of great students. We're just basically talking about what we're going to do in this calendar year as we work toward helping our kids and our schools overcome the budget shortage that it had this last year. I also sit with the Parent-Teacher Association, or the PTA, also helping to come up with strategies and ideas to help our students. And this is my daughter Maya. It's one of my two daughters, and I have a son, and we need to help our kids as much as we can, and this is going to give you the ability to help some loved one in your family with this new announcement of our MatchRate Plus nonprofit division. Bottom line is, we want to help revitalize your local community and ultimately improve our national economy. We're going to do this by working together. When I say we work together, we're going to win together as well. And this is great because this is going to allow small business owners in particular the ability to recoup some of the money that they've been losing and paying into taxes. And so this is a great strategy that nonprofits will be able to bring to the business community. So our strategy will be simple: revitalize communities, expand the capabilities of nonprofits within your community, and that means financially getting them the resources they need. The vision: I hope that the nonprofit division can be a pillar for all nonprofit fundraising companies so that we can satisfy and understand the needs of our nonprofit schools and faith-based organizations, and then provide these same organizations with a no-cost, simple, effective fundraising solution. The opportunity I'm going to talk to you tonight about is merchant accounts, which is a $40 trillion industry. As we become a cashless society, there's going to be more demand placed upon credit card processors or bank card processors. This is a tremendously large industry, and I think every nonprofit, school, church should be aligned to it because it's money that is recession proof. During this recession, Visa and MasterCard did not lose a dime, folks. They were not invested in the traditional market. They simply enjoyed the 60% of the American consumers who use a MasterCard, Visa, or a debit card to pay for everything at the cash register. MatchRate Plus makes our fundraising process very simple. Your organization volunteers will take our brochure, provide it to the business community. The business community reviews it, they like it, they fax it back to MatchRate Plus, and you win. And I'll tell you more about that in a few seconds. To the referral agents who are on the line, you need to understand that everyone needs to raise money. Okay? There's over 2 million U.S. nonprofit schools and faith-based organizations that need your help. All you have to do is to provide the nonprofit organizations who want to be a part of your fundraising campaign brochures that will have their website information and their organization name, and those nonprofits will get those flyers out to their volunteers to hand out to business owners. And once they connect with the business owner and they see our amazing offer, you win and the nonprofit wins. Okay, so let me again reiterate the importance of this fundraiser. MatchRate Plus is going to provide 25% cash back to the business that you refer month after month. This benefit is something that business owners are not enjoying today because MatchRate Plus has a patent pending, very legal hold in the industry to pay out of the merchant account and provide a cashback refund to the merchant. And so the power of this fundraiser is being able to tell a business owner that we give cashback refunds on your merchant account. This money was typically reserved for the salesperson who sold you or sold that business their merchant account or their bank account processing system. The middleman, as some people call it. The middleman has been eliminated in MatchRate Plus, and therefore we're able to give that 25% back of that hard-earned money back to the business owner. So that's the very first compelling information about why this is beneficial. You're providing true value to your business community by helping them, especially during this time of recession where every business owner is counting their pennies every day to make sure that they're making payroll and they're paying taxes and they're doing all those things that they're supposed to do. The second thing that will happen is MatchRate Plus, upon taking over an existing merchant account contract, will pay up to $295 to transfer the merchant account over to MatchRate Plus, and we're also going to match the contract that the merchant or the business has in place line by line. Now you may be asking, well, what advantage is that to me? Well, if you're really trying to support the nonprofit, school, or faith-based organization, you don't want to have your rates moved. Well, by us honoring the line by line of your current merchant account contract will enable you to continue to have the same great rates that you may be enjoying right now. And so we'll take that away off the table so as not to confuse you. We want you to be a loyal customer to us, having the same great rates that you may have today. But if you don't have great rates, and if we see that you qualify for better rates, we're going to give you the lower rate. We're going to give you the lower rate. Now, let me also explain, this is probably the best feature of this whole business offer for the owner. And that is we provide the lowest rate guarantee, which means that if any time after you change over to MatchRate Plus, if one of the solicitations comes in with a better offer than what we're offering you, you simply will fax that into MatchRate Plus and we'll honor that rate and give you that rate on the spot. In addition to continuing to receive the 25% cash back, to continue to have the lowest rate guarantees from that point forward. So that's a very powerful fundraiser for a nonprofit because you're providing true value to your business community. I'm going to reiterate some other points I said before. This is a $40 trillion industry. Visa and MasterCard during this recession did not lose money. They only made money. You can check the Wall Street Journal, you can look at Bloomberg, and you can see that this industry has a lot of potential. If you've never studied the merchant account industry before, this is your time. This will also allow the nonprofit organization to generate a residual or a monthly cash flow based on the habits of the consumer. The consumers right now are using the bank card or a credit card 60% of the time, which means that out of 10 people, 6 people are using the plastic to pay for that transaction. As we get to a cashless society, you will see even a higher percentage, and that's going to work in your favor if you're positioning yourself for the long-term growth of a cashless technology and so forth. Lastly, this is a long-lasting fundraiser. You should expect that your fundraiser will last at least 36 months. And then on average, the renewal, which will take you to 72 months, and I predict even longer because what nonprofit organization, or excuse me, what business is going to pull out of funding a nonprofit organization if they're getting cash back, the lowest rate guarantee? I just don't know of any. So I predict that the fundraiser will be a lot longer than even the 72 months. Now this slide shows the nonprofit organization that MatchRate Plus is currently paying $50 for every business referral that comes through your organization and is signed up with MatchRate Plus. I say take the number of volunteers that you have as a definite number, multiply that number. If you have 1,000 volunteers, multiply that by $50, and then that can be what you're actually fundraising toward, which means that every volunteer would be asked to close in on a business that they know and simply give them a brochure. The brochure will speak for itself in terms of the power of the offer, and once the business owner sees the offer, understands your cause, he or she will close the deal with MatchRate Plus by asking for the company to contact them and to get them transferred and set up into our merchant account system. It's really that simple. In addition to receiving the $50 one time for simply referring a business to us, your organization will receive a monthly residual commission that's based on the activity of the merchant account fees generated each and every month with a business owner. So the power of your alliance, who you pick to ask to be a part of your fundraiser, will directly determine how much residual monthly cash flow that your organization will be able to enjoy, plus more. And I don't like to talk in terms of variables. I like to talk in terms of absolutes. So, as the National Fundraising Director, I will tell you, you can count on getting $50 for every single merchant account that becomes a partner of MatchRate Plus through your efforts. That's an absolute number. The monthly residuals vary, and they vary because there are big businesses and small businesses. There are some businesses that have a high level of delinquency, and they may have a higher interest rate that they're paying each month, and others may have stellar, great credit, and they're paying rock bottom low. And so there's no way to tell you exactly what the monthly residuals will look like, but I do want to say that the power of our system is so great that your nonprofit organization, simply even with the first bullet, will make more with us than any other merchant account company in the industry who's promoting fundraising. Let me give you an example. Again, you take your business partners, if you have 1,000 of them, and they say, we're all going to support you, that's an immediate $50,000 that you just raised for your nonprofit organization. Plus, you receive a residual based on the generosity of MatchRate Plus. MatchRate Plus wants to provide a 10% bonus to your performance in addition to what you're already receiving from the business partners. You also receive a 10% override bonus if you happen to endorse MatchRate Plus to another fundraising organization that's trying to raise money for their cause, and they come on board. We're going to give you a 10% bonus because you most likely will be helping to coach them and to share some of your strategies, and we want to recognize that with a 10% performance bonus on that activity. And there's also going to be a give back program where our 9,000 referral agents and growing will be able to give back to your organization electronically with a deposit to bless your organization just because they believe in doing the right thing. So this has incredible power. This fundraiser, folks, is simple, easy, and effective. This is your fundraising team. Listen, we're ready and willing to talk to you, help your organization grow. And I want to tell you, hey, I'm excited. Simply, if you weren't referred by someone, send me an email. If you were referred by somebody, then I want you to get back to that person who referred you so they can tell you how to get signed up and fundraise with MatchRate Plus.